This episode is brought to you by our Patreon members. Sign up right now, patreon.com/VVC Life. And thank you to all of the patrons that have already signed up and are supporting us right now.
No ticket.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. Yes. I'm so excited. As always, as soon as we do a show and then we turn the show off, there's like 15 trailers, mad people doing stuff, so much stuff going on, and I'm sitting there pissed off like, yo, we didn't get a chance to talk about none of it, but we're still back. Yes, sir. All right. We have Irresistible Lights _ Iris in the building. We also have my guy Movie Mike for Life, you know, and we got my man Movie Lingo, and I am your guy, Fat Boy Jack. We are in the building. Let's do it. It's going down. It's going down today. It's going down. So, getting into the goodness, let me make sure to tell everybody, you know what I mean, share it on Facebook, share it on YouTube, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram. Tell your mother, your cousin, your grandma. Tell everybody to tune in. Tell them to follow us on social media at VVC Life. Tell them to go ahead and sign up on that Patreon for the $5 Fazule and get all of the goodness. You know what I'm saying? Get you some merch like I'm wearing right here. Got this Aries Lounge merch. My man over here, he got that Black Herb merch right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, tap in. We got Real Review merch coming real soon. And then outside of that, I think that's it. I think I've said everything just that quick. So next we got celebrate Black people and history. So y'all know, you know what I gotta do.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.
Take it away, Lingo.
Yo, so this week we are shouting out. I'm gonna make sure I say it correctly. Melina Masukas. She's started with music videos. She directed Beyonce's Formation video, but she is actually now one of Hollywood's top Black female directors. She directed the excuse me, so sorry. She directed Queen and Slim, and she did several episodes on the Insecure series on HBO, which you can still go catch on Max. And so we definitely want to shout her out because women directors already don't get enough props, and Black women directors definitely don't get enough props. So shout out to Melina Masukas today for that Black excellence in film.
For sure. And shout out for turning the whole world upside down with your greatness. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And she fine as all get out.
That should look good.
Yeah. That's misogyny all day. My bad. Let me stop. We tripping. All right. Let's get to the history, baby. Let's take it back. All right. Y'all know what we're starting with today. You know what I'm saying? Outbreak. Ooh.
In a remote African jungle, a small monkey is captured. Bound for a pet store in America, the animal carries a deadly virus.
I know that some of us have doubts about what we're about to do. We'd be less than human if we didn't. But the fate of the nation, perhaps the world, is in our hands. We cannot, we dare not refuse this burden. I'm confident that each of you will do his duty. God forgive us.
Your town is being quarantined.
We got 19 dead. We got 100 more infected. It's spreading like a brush fire.
What are you talking about?
If one of them's got it, then 10 of them have got it now. And if one of them gets out of Cedar Creek, we have a very interesting problem.
If that bug gets out of there, 260 million Americans will be dead or dying.
I'm leaving with the team in an hour.
From the heart of a small California town.
Damn it, Sam, I want to save these people sandwich you.
To the inner circle of power in Washington.
The most optimistic projection for the spread of the virus is this: 24 hours, 36 hours, 48 hours.
The greatest medical crisis of all time.
We can't stop it.
Begins.
Try to remain calm. Many people are dying and are going to continue to die unless we find this monkey.
There will be panic the likes of which we have never seen.
There you are!
Attention, Portland residents, citizens of San Diego.
Yeah. There was a time when we thought, oh man, that's a good movie, man. That could never happen to us, man. What's be happening? Man, they be creative in that movie stuff, boy.
Yeah.
CDC, what's that? Ain't that boy, they be making stuff up, boy. Ain't that crazy? Crazy. We sat in the fucking house for 2 fucking years, scared as shit, watching a movie on rewind, trying to pick up some shit. All right, what did they do? They gotta survive, yo. Like, the only thing we didn't see was cases of water and niggas fighting over canned goods. Like, that's the only thing we didn't see in this film. But yo, it's so crazy how one movie can change in perspective so much after living through some shit.
Yeah.
And seeing how, even though it was still a little far-fetched, there was still so much that ended up feeling like real. And when I first saw it, I was like, whatever. You know, see, there's always some African niggas and some monkeys. You know what I mean? Oh, they just, you know. Now I'm watching that movie. I was on the edge of my seat, like shaking and shit, having flashbacks. Like, oh shit. So, what were y'all? What were y'all initial impressions? I mean, as a kid, when you first saw the trailer or you first experienced this. Lingo, go first.
Yeah, when I watched the trailer back in the days, you know, like you said, I just like, man, that's crazy, man. They, you know, they's willing to take out everybody to stop that virus from spreading, and you just thinking like, that's wild, you know, it's an interesting concept, but now today, you know, that shit is not far from the truth.
That's a fact. Iris, what are you thinking?
When I first saw the movie, it was more like I was at the edge of my seat. Like, I just felt anxious. I was like, oh my God, are they going to figure it out? Are they going to figure it out? That was like my first impression of the movie, like just edge of your seat, like just feeling anxious throughout the whole freaking movie and nobody listening to Dustin Hoffman.
Fact.
Yes.
Which we find out is real. All right. How did you initially feel before you watched the film?
All right. Well, first of all, I never had a chance to see this back in the day when it was released, but luckily they had it on Hulu. So I just watched it yesterday for the first time ever to get ready for this show. And I can actually say this movie really did do its job with the suspense for this movie because of the way they was doing what they did with this whole virus spreading around. It's like, yo, this really is making you feel some kind of way. And it's like, with us just getting out of the pandemic with COVID, I was actually thinking, because like we kept seeing shit on the news about, oh, COVID this, COVID that. And I'm like, yo, like, is this shit really that bad? And after just watching Outbreak, I'm like, yo, this really had me having some kind of COVID vibes for a minute. But it's like, I did love the suspense of the film. And like y'all said, it really does have you on the edge of your seat. And it really makes you feel like, yo, what's going to happen next to these people? Because this shit is really spreading real quick. And like, how is they going to really do what they got to do to put an end to this? But I really did enjoy the film. I kind of feel it's a little underrated because I don't really hear too many people talk about this movie as much. In fact, if I hadn't even heard about it, I've heard people mention it on TV shows, and it's like if I hadn't heard them say that, I probably would have never even knew this movie even existed.
My man. All right, Lingo, give me your highs and lows.
All right, so for the Outbreak, my highs, and I know it's gonna sound cheesy, but this is like the 90s teenage years for me. That was an all-star cast, you know what I'm saying? They had everybody. So for me, it was like to see that you can't afford to get all those people in the movie now. You know what I'm saying? Well, the studio could, but they wouldn't. And so for me, the witty banter and the chemistry with all of those phenomenal actors, that was the high for me. You ready for the lows?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so my lows was basically that it was just buttoned up a little too neat, and that's only because back then I thought it was phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays we know how messy the government can be and how they willing to really push some shit. And I would have liked it to, after rewatching, I would have liked it to have been a little bit more messy towards the end. Even though we want them to still achieve their goal, but you know it just was buttoned up too nice and neat for me.
No, I feel you. Iris, highs and lows.
Okay, so lows. I'd have to say within the movie itself, one of my lows was seeing the child in the beginning. And how he lost his parents and you see he's ill. I just, the death of any kind of children in a movie just messes with me, especially as a parent. I can't handle it. And then my other low, I would have to say, is Donald Sutherland's character. I wanted to punch him in the face, like multiple times. Like somebody needed to just punch him in the face because he just pissed me off. Highs, well, kind of girly, but I was very happy to see Patrick Dempsey. I completely forgot that this was one of his first movies that he was in when he was younger, and I was like, "Is Nick Raimi?" Yeah.
So then I guess it's a low for you when what happened to him happened. No spoilers, but
yeah, but you know, it's one of his first movies. It's all right.
It's okay. Okay.
It's okay. And then another one of my highs is just the movie in general. I like the dramatic irony that as the audience, you know that the monkey is the problem. And they don't know it yet throughout like the first big half of the movie, and they're trying to figure things out. And it's like, it's leaving you anxious and you're like, God damn it, you guys gotta find the monkey.
She's yelling at that TV.
Yeah, basically, I'm like, it's the monkey, it's the capuchin, find the capuchin. So yeah, that was one of my highs because I like, you know, getting active and feeling like, oh my God, come on, when I'm watching a movie.
Sure. And I'm gonna add on to what you just said. I like that the monkey's the problem and the solution at the same time.
Right, right. That was crazy.
That was but that's, I mean, well, if you know anything about that type of stuff, you kind of understand it. But Mike, give me your highs and lows.
All right, real quick. My highs is, like I said, the suspense was good. I felt the pace was actually good at some parts, and the characters of everybody. And like we all agree, the cast was phenomenal. We even had Cuba Gooding in there, and that's probably still one of his earlier roles too. From like, I want to say he did Boys in the Hood way before this, but yeah, I can actually say that's one of the things I did like, and it was also nice just to see the chemistry between them, and especially like, again, not to try to give no spoilers away, like how we saw with the main bad guy that was friends with Morgan Freeman's character and stuff like that. I feel like he did do his thing as the main villain, and of course, the way they had Morgan Freeman portray his character of like having you think like, so is he really like him, or is he kind of like doing his own thing? But like, like I said, I don't want to give off too much, but like as the way you watch as the film progresses, you can kind of see the true meaning of who he was in the long run. And my only low I could probably just say is, again, like what happened to the kids, like that was probably one thing I did not like either, because seeing children being involved in certain situations in movies, no matter what it is, I think that's a real shitty thing for any child to have to go through, even though I don't have no kids myself. But it's like, from like she said, the little kid at the tent and at the beginning, the airplane, and the little girl that we just saw in the trailer, all those scenes had me feel some kind of like, I was like, I really hope don't nothing happen to the other two kids. But again, it's already bad enough for what happened to the first kid in the tent. But that's just, those are my highs and lows.
Okay. Hey, Isaac, we talking about Outbreak.
No, I was listening in.
Okay, give me your highs and lows.
Well, highs is going to be the casting and the plot for the movie, which was this fact, because I think this was coming around the time where we had like disaster flicks coming out, as opposed to just like an actual pathogen where there really wasn't any like antagonist so much as there was just different views on how to solve the issue at hand. That's what I'm going to say the highs were, is like there was no real good or bad guys. The lows is how like they found the monkey, but when I saw it, I was like, okay, I can see the whole path, but like the virus spread it as fast as they did because of a lot of happenstance. For like the lab accident, the monkey itself, just some random pet shop, and this all just kind of linking up. It did help for the movie's sake, but if they were to recreate it now, they would have to put a bit more effort into it. Like in the 90s, you could believe like a small town, a monkey could just escape. There's a backstory to the monkey. They tied it in, and like they had like the side story where they showed the monkey having adventures while humanity's dying around him. So I was just like, why are we listening? Why are we watching this subplot, this escape virus monkey? But it's not really many lows. I love Donald Sutherland's character, unfortunately, because he's always evil whenever he plays a military general. Anytime he's in the military, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I love everything that y'all brought to the table. Let me tell y'all, my highs and lows are as follows. I love the reality of what we were seeing on screen. Is that when you're thinking about, and I know you look at these guys and go, this is a bad person. He's choosing to kill all of these people. But when you are a government and you have to look out for 300 million people, 27,000 people is a blip. You know what I mean? And it's like you have to be very cold. You have to be very, hey, bro, this shit gotta happen. These niggas gotta go.
You gotta be Thanos.
Yeah, you gotta be.
Yep. Well, I wouldn't say Thanos, because if you're being Thanos, they didn't have to go with him.
My only problem is that they didn't, because it's the 90s. Nobody's thinking realism. So you have an encampment right next to town. You drop bomb next to town. The camp goes, the town goes, we all dead. And they on the phone, drop the bomb. And I'm thinking, no, don't drop the bomb, nigga. You about to die, we all gonna die. Like, it doesn't make sense. That's a very, very small little thing. But other than that, like I loved it. I loved the tension. Like as a young person, I felt like it was believable, but I wasn't sitting on the edge of my seat. Me rewatching it over the weekend, I was sweating bullets. I was like, holy shit, because I'm empathizing and sympathizing with all of these people that are like in their homes, they're confused, they don't know what's going on, and then like people rioting. And then the only thing I kept thinking about is we some bitch ass, the 2022, 2021 us is bitch niggas. Because none of us rioted, none of us went out and pushed back against the government. They said stay home. We said fuck it, we off work, nigga. Let's go. Hey, bro.
Yep. We handled the pandemic for realsies differently than they did. Like the panic was there because remember, at our time compared to the movie, they didn't have people on the news and the president himself going, "I'm fine, I'm not wearing a mask." I was like, "The fuck." I thought we were the movie and Outbreak was the reality. Like we're looking in like, let us out.
Yeah, like so like other than that, I once again I really enjoyed it. I love how a film could take on different meanings and different eras with different people. I feel like that is a testament to how good the writing is. It's a testament to how good the acting was. And then you see my man in there. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the man in House of Cards, but in this movie he was just a nigga that he just writing down.
Oh, Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey, man. Hey, now can everybody agree? When you look at him in this, he look gay. Oh, snap. He gay. I didn't.
You see it now.
Yeah, like
I mean, I wasn't really drawing the comparisons, but in that context, yeah. And when you watch it again, he does. I'm not saying. I'm just saying that's not the first thing I'm going for. But now, ever since Kevin Spacey'd, that's kind of like watching back every movie except for American Beauty.
When I saw that haircut, when I saw everything, his mannerisms, I was like, "Oh, gay. Oh, okay, that's what's up. All right, cool. That's what's up." All right, so At the end of the day, y'all know what time it is. It's time for us to rate this mother sucker. So y'all know we're gonna have to rate it between, is it a classic, which is the highest of the high? Is it a good watch? Is it a catch it on streaming? Is it not doing it for me? Is it a hell no? Or is it, if you ever show me this again, I'ma slap you? So which one are we going for? Let's start with Movie Mike. Are you slapping niggas, or is this a classic? Where are we falling?
I'm gonna throw it as a good watch.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Respectable. There you go. Be safe. Play it safe. There you go. Iris, where you at with it? Come on now. You gonna play it safe, or you gonna give me a real review? What we doing? Look, and she
Iris, you muted, Iris.
She don't.
Iris, we can't hear you. The government
My bad. I
sensitive.
hit the mute button. I'm gonna say it's a classic. It is a classic 90s disaster movie.
I love that. I love that. All right, Isaac, are you gonna be on the edge, or are you gonna play it safe? Let's see where you at with it.
I'm going to go with, because there were a couple other disaster movies that came out that year, I'm going to name this one a good watch. It's definitely a good watch. And I want to say classic, but I would be comparing it to another disaster movie that came out that year that I would definitely name classic.
So my question is, what other classic film came out that year that you feel like is over top of this one?
Volcano.
Oh, yeah.
For a disaster movie.
What is he talking? I don't even know.
Yo, see? Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, came out that year too.
Wait a minute. So it was. Oh, wait a minute. Volcano is Dante's Peak.
No, that's two different movies.
That's two different movies.
Oh God.
No, Volcano is literally Volcano.
I've never heard of Volcano. So okay.
You never heard of it?
No.
Well, I know I'm gonna have to space it out now for a classic preview. I can't do it next week, like disaster film, Thanksgiving. That's 2024's list. I got a couple movies ahead of that now. Now he has to see it.
All right, movie lingo. Where we at with it, man?
Listen, I'm gonna have to give it a classic. Not only was it a great movie to me back then, but especially now it almost seems timeless because of what we just went through with the pandemic. So for me, it's something I would always recommend somebody to watch, especially after what we've been through. So I got to give it classic.
And I'm saying this is a classic. It's definitely at the top of my list. It definitely deserves a rewatch. This is definitely something that I'll say another 20 years from now, I'll watch it again, and I'm going to probably get something completely different out of it. You know what I mean? And I've already explained my feelings on how I did it. So, all right. So that's what's up. I'm so happy we were able to do this together. Look, we're a team. Yay! All right. It's time to get to our next segment. Breaking news. All right, so we get right into the business. You know what I mean? There have been TV shows put on hold because of the strike, and CNN has dropped an article because the strike is officially up. And as of today, ladies and gentlemen, today, the entertainment industry goes back into production on all of its television and movie franchises.
Back to work, slaves.
Take your money, bitch, and get back to work. So anyway, in that, and CNN wrote an article about Abbott Elementary to Yellowstone. Here's what we know about some of your favorite shows that are returning. And I was like, man, it'd be great if we could just talk for a second about this. But I mean, I may not be able to do that because these ads don't never want to goddamn.
They don't want to go away. Yeah.
CNN wants their money.
Yeah, I bet. All right.
Shout out to Abbott Elementary though. That's actually a very funny show.
Yeah, I need to tap into that. With the announcement that a tentative deal has been reached to end the SAG-AFTRA strike, there has been excitement from both performers and those who enjoy their performances that a return to production is imminent. When asked on X, Twitter, if her hit series Abbott Elementary will now begin filming its third season, star and creator, oh boy, does somebody want to pronounce this name first and last so I don't screw it up?
I mean, if I go by the hotels, I would say Quinta.
Kenta Brunson responded with a video meme of Tokyo Tony saying, well, yes. All right. Eternal Star. Not going to pronounce that name. Posted. Hell yes. I can tweet a certain trailer
On my own,
that.
Johnny.
There you go. Very excited about Night. He later shared a look at his upcoming film Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, which is on the trailer train for tonight. SAG after have been prohibited from filming and promoting their projects during the 118-day strike. That is technically the longest strike in American history that I know. No, probably not. Let me not say that.
In the film history.
In the SAG industry, but the longest strike from that point was years.
Yep, definitely. And television production has largely been at a standstill since back in May when members of the Writers Guild of America went on strike. The strikes have already pushed upcoming seasons of shows like Euphoria, The Last of Us, and White Lotus to 2025. However, now that both unions are nearly set with studios and streamers regarding new contracts, there are hopes once again for new movies and new episodes of our favorite shows in the months to come. Tentative release dates for some television shows, most anticipated series are as follows below. The Crown is November the 16th on Netflix. Julia, the Max series.
That was a good show.
Yeah, Julia Child.
Let's prepare the turkey.
Back November 16th for season 2 on Max. And Fargo, which we just saw a trailer last week, the reality show inspired by the hit South Korean drama. Wait a minute, what the hell?
Yeah, you skipped a couple. That's not Fargo. I was about to say, oh man, the strike is altered the timeline.
Yeah.
Fargo's a Korean drama.
Fargo, black comedy and crime drama merged for the eclectic series based on the classic Coen Brothers movie of the same name. The 5th season debuts November 21st on FX.
So it's a black comedy now, not a dark comedy. Okay.
I guess black people are just a game now. We're not real. So anyway, Squid Games, The Challenge, which I just saw the trailer for that not too long ago, and I ignored it like I ignored the last whatever.
Those ads are kicking your ass.
Yeah, this is.
They say you will give us the money.
Yeah, bro. Reality show is a drama in which poverty-stricken players compete for untold sums of money to the death. Starts November the 22nd. Echo Marvel fans have to wait a little longer for the Disney Plus series revolving around this character introduced by Hawkeye, January 2024. And House of Dragons, yes. Season 2 of the Game of Thrones prequel will return to the heat when it releases in early summer 2024 and will reportedly introduce viewers to 5 new dragons.
There you go.
I mean, I'm cool with the first ones we had. I mean, I just want the storyline to stop jumping back and forth from the present. So anyway, Bridgerton is set for 2024. A movie called The Bear. I mean, a TV show called The Bear that I don't care about.
Really?
That's actually really good. That's a really
good.
Yeah.
Top 10.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not on my list, but okay. But it's really good. I forgot about it, but it was.
Let me see. Yellowstone. Okay, so this is the last thing that I want to talk about. Yellowstone, the drama with its star Kevin Costner aside, this series about a prosperous rancher family is such a bona fide hit that it's launched spinoffs. The final episodes of the original series are reportedly slated to air November 2024. So, what are y'all feeling right now? What are y'all feeling?
I'm feeling some excitement.
Yeah.
Same.
I can't wait.
I was like, they made me wait for Echo till January. I'll live with it, considering everything else. I'll live.
They told you January 2025, right? Come on, it's right around the corner.
Yeah, bro, over the hills and after Christmas.
Oh my God. Well, speaking of Marvel, you know what I'm saying? We were having an off-air conversation about, you know what I'm saying, these rumors. There have been rumors that have been kind of confirmed and unconfirmed. However, we saw a trailer, the brand new trailer for the Marvels that came out yesterday that included Robert Downey Jr. and the rest of the Avengers. So a post came online, said Robert Downey Jr. has reportedly agreed to return as Tony Stark / Iron Man in the MCU. We are so worried about one black man reportedly possibly abusing a white woman that we have had to restructure the entire MCU to save billions and billions of dollars. So what do? You find an old white man that you've used for the last 20 years, you give him a boatload of money, and you bring him back and say, hey, go be famous again.
Well, let me comment on that. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. So in my opinion, this is the path they should have taken to begin with. Because we all know that they're working towards this young Avengers, but just like when we talked about Creed, how Sylvester Stallone was real prominent as Rocky in the first Creed, and then they faded him off in the second one, and then let the third one just be its own. I feel like you have to transition these characters. You can't just give us a whole new Avengers spectrum. It's just like, I mean, the super hardcore comic book fans, yeah, they're going to eat it up, but the people who are only MCU fans need that transition, need that them to be introduced and brought in and be trained up. They're not so they can respect them. They're not going to you can't just throw them out there and expect them to just love them the same. So I think this was something that was necessary to begin with already. I'm glad they finally it's unfortunate how they had to make this decision, but I'm glad that they are making this decision.
Okay, now let's notice one more thing before I pull you off the main screen. Jessica Jones was supposed to tie Echo into Daredevil, Born Again, but they removed her. How do you feel about that, and where do you feel like it's going to go now with removing her?
I feel like with removing her again, this is what we got with Hawkeye was actually enough to really get us introduced to Echo. So I feel like they can get away with this one, that we're not as invested as we were with all the years of Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, and we get a new Avengers. So the Hawkeye introduction to get to Echo, and then eventually working our way towards Daredevil. I think we can still. I think this one will survive that without Jessica Jones, but it would have been better with her.
Got you. All right, guys, who wants to jump in on this? Who's got an opinion? Who's got some original takes? Let's go.
I feel like they should bring back Jessica Jones later on, because she will definitely fit back in the Daredevil side of the Marvel Universe. What I really want them to do is bring back Luke Cage in some form or fashion, because they already talked about bringing back Daredevil. That was a given. They're already giving Echo to tie into that. You might as well bring Jessica Jones. They're all within the same boroughs, if that. They got to bump into each other once in a while. So hopefully,
away, right?
Like a block or two away. Like, they're all connected one way or another. Don't bring back Iron Fist. They tried it and they doubled down on it when the Defenders, and I never forgave them for it.
Now recast them before y'all recast Kang. Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, I really don't want them to recast Kang, but hey, we gotta float whatever they give us at this point.
All right, let's get into. I'm sorry, was somebody else about to jump in? All righty then. Speaking of competitors, Superman and Lois to end after season 4, wrapping DC's commitment to the CW. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Now I ain't got no reason to watch the CW anymore. This is weird.
We can finally get those shitty live action shows out of here. Good.
Whoa. we ain't gonna go down that road. It's all been shitty.
What is this guy? Get him out of here. Anyway,
get
the shows out the side.
You a selfish whore for that one. I've never done that to you. I've never done that, and I had the power to do it.
Never giving you the control, sir. Never giving you the control. But I mean, like, let's be honest. Come on,
you will.
Flash, the earlier Flash, Green. What was it? A Green Arrow. It was the
Arrow.
Green Arrow.
It was trash, man. Like, yo, the
I had to walk away from both.
The writing, the acting, substandard, man. I mean, the MCU has set a new standard for how film should be done. CW was never going to cut a check big enough so they could really compete, you know what I'm saying, in the market. By ending this arrangement, now DC can go to ABC, NBC, Max. They can go anywhere and start really cranking up some better television. Go ahead, Isaac.
Yeah, they tried that, and they ended up taking them to CW. Supergirl ended up on CBS. They sent her to CW. Like, DC as a television series, they were holding out for pretty good. I mean, yeah, it was very much Flash heavy, and I could go on and on about how every final villain in the Flash was also a fucking speedster, and it was just a chase
That's why I
scene.
walked away.
I don't blame you for walking away on that point. I don't blame you for that one bit. But to sit here and act like the entire CW was trash, what Marvel live action series was holding the coast? Not many. Y'all were complaining about Hawkeye. They were complaining about a lot of Marvel series, but on CW alone, like Arrow is definitely worth the watch. I will say that much.
I will not allow you to come onto this broadcast and disrespect the legacy that Marvel has created with Loki.
Disrespect the legacy they made 3 years ago? Shut up. They didn't even give Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. a chance before they retconned it.
No matter when they did it, when it was done to perfection. When Vision was
perfection, word. Luke Cage just ended with him owning the goddamn club and nothing from there.
You can talk shit about the worst Marvel show still beats out the best DC show.
Iron Fist does not beat out the worst DC show.
Yeah,
DC. Iron Batman is not that great. Don't even try it. What's your favorite Iron Fist moment? Don't worry, I'll wait.
All of them, because it was classic.
It's not a fucking answer. Cop out.
Exactly.
We will agree to disagree. I'm not going to knock you for wanting it gone, but there's still fond memories of the CW DC universe that hold true. I'm not saying it's perfect. It definitely DC'd in a lot of places it shouldn't. They damn sure didn't give Naomi a chance, and that was fucked up. I was like, oh, we gave one black show enough. We ain't doing two. I was like, well, at this point, just add whatever.
No, I mean, there was an earlier episode. I mean, there was an earlier series with Superman that I think was in the 90s. That was
The Adventures of Lois and Clark.
No, get the fuck out of here. I'm talking.
That was the early 90s.
There was another one. It was called something else, but it wasn't that. And I really enjoyed that. I felt like it wasn't wrapped.
Wait, the animated one?
No, it was a live action, and it was about Superman. It was about him being a kid, but its show wasn't wrapped around.
Oh, Superboy.
No, it was called like
Smallville.
Smallville. Thank you.
I was about to say,
that was not early 90s. That was late 90s.
That was like late 90s,
early 2000s.
Yeah.
Hell, now that's why I was wondering why I didn't hear him. I was like, wait a minute. I named every early 90s one.
I can't hear.
I'm about to say because
I can't hear this one.
All right, my bad. I apologize. I made a mistake on the time period. I am old, so but
right.
Smallville was fire. Smallville was fire, and I felt like after that things started. I think they got too confident, and they got once you get a couple of really good successful franchises, they'll start taking the money and start blowing it on crazy stuff. And
like Aquaman.
The greater point that I'm making is, hey, now if DC's in a revamp, this is a great opportunity for them to now strategize on what they could do new, with live action, with a new network that's going to be really invested, that wants to be competitive. And what I'm saying, you can really take on, if you sat back and planned it out properly, you can really take on Marvel in a big way, because now you don't got nothing holding you back. You ain't got to worry about a bunch of different agreements that you got to adhere to. You can just go crazy. And they're talking about selling DC and Warner Brothers in the next 2 years. So they say Universal Studios is looking at buying them, but I don't know. We're going to see.
Disney by that motherfucker. Let's stop.
No, Disney cannot buy them. If Disney buys DC and Warner Brothers,
there's no such thing as a monopoly anymore. Disney.
No, there will definitely be monops if they own Marvel and DC.
But it's not illegal
over
anymore. I'm trying to tell you, man, it's going down.
Right.
Dude, if I could they cannot. That would be too powerful if they own and Warner Brothers.
Right.
They're going to own every studio that made movies similar to Disney movies.
I got you. Let Mike go.
Well, I just wanted to ask a question. Did any of y'all not like Black Lightning?
No, I liked it.
No, I walked away from that. I hated it.
Okay, I just wanted to. I thought it was enjoyable for what it was, and just a quick thing to the Iron Fist moment. The only decent Iron Fist thing that they ever did was the little mini Heroes for Hire moment where him and Luke Cage teamed up, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah,
that's all they ever. That was the only decent thing I would ever give Iron Fist. The whole series was just in general was just trash because I do like Iron Fist, but I could do it.
Why don't we put real reviews, put our money together, and buy that motherfucker with Warner Bros. In DC? I got $6 in the bank. What y'all got?
Hey, I got a 20, baby. I put 20 on.
I'm telling you, I'm pennies on the dollar. They'll sell it.
I got about 350.
Help us raise by DC.
Yo, I swear to God, if we own Warner Brothers, we will have a platform.
Oh yeah,
Jay will legitimately burn the CW verse to the ground because he has the power to do so. He's gonna be like, none of this happened. Don't even release it. Don't even stream it. Put a logo that says it's streaming and make it just to corrupt the error. Refresh the app.
I only got $4, but I'm ready.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff we gotta cover. They say movies based on true stories that will eventually debunked. When I saw this, I was like, bro, we gotta talk about this on the show.
Word.
Cinderella Man, boxer Max, don't want to say the last name, wasn't a bloodthirsty monster. Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
Max Bear.
All right, Cool Running Team. Hold on, let's bring this down. Cool Running Team didn't comprise of Jamaican sprinters, really? But Army recruits chosen by Americans, George Finch and William Mahoney.
I don't think that would have been funny with John Candy up there trying to teach G.I. Joes not to skate.
Oh man, The Blind Side. I know that's been a big story in the last.
Oh yeah, I found that out. I was like, now looking at this scene, it's just like property being told what to do.
Right.
Yeah,
I own this story.
Got cut in on that shit, right?
Not at all.
So Michael O'Hare sued the I don't know how to pronounce that.
Tuoi.
Yep, family for
just say the white family.
Yeah, the black guy sued the white family for filing.
Blind Side.
Without his knowledge, he also claims he knew how to play football. Really? You were a teenager. Catch Me If You Can. Supposedly about the life of a con man, Frank. Don't want to say that last name either, Junior. There you go. Whose real cons was the story of his life. Okay, so he didn't do all of the crazy stuff that they said he did in the movie. So they lied. Hollywood lied. How did they do that? So,
with money.
Yeah, fact. All right, before we get to that was the next one. American Sniper Chris Kyle made a number of false claims, including killing looters after Hurricane Katrina. Really?
Can't shoot in the hurricane. This ain't CSI Miami.
Oh my God. Captain Phillips, the film's namesake, was condemned for escalating an already bad situation.
Wow.
Tom Hanks was the antagonist? No.
Right.
I'm the captain. I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now.
That's what Tom said in the deleted scenes.
Canada was so involved, it was initially given full credit as the CIA didn't want to reveal its own involvement. Argo.
That was a good movie, though.
Yeah. Definitely. I highly enjoyed it. Oh boy, I don't even know how to pronounce that movie. Hidalgo, based on the personal accounts of Frank Hopkins, was partially made up. He was never an accomplished horseback rider or in the U.S. Cavalry.
I mean, but that's why they say based on.
Why are we giving these people stuff?
A true story.
Facts.
Whenever they say based on, that's when you know it's loosely. Instead of just saying a true story.
Right. Rudy, Coach Divine wasn't a villain. It was his idea to put Rudy in the game.
What if I
But you need a villain to make Rudy seem believable because no one's gonna believe, he gave him a chance. No, hate him.
A Pursuit of Happiness, Chris Gardner was arrested for domestic abuse against his son's mother, Jackie.
I mean, he was homeless and angry. I don't know why.
I mean, yeah.
Right.
That's why you hit Chris Rock. He was filling that role too. It's a lot of violence in these roles that we'll be playing in.
Oh wait, before we move forward though, can we shout out Courtney Knight for wanting to contribute to us buying DC? There you go, Warner Bros. DC.
Oh snap! Yep, she's chipped in. Now we got a whole 18 fitted. I can put in $1. Wait, it's US dollar, not Canadian, right? Because if that's Canadian, you can just get the fuck on.
I just want to say,
use real money.
I just want to say that's my fiance. She's probably out there watching this. She's probably upstairs watching the show right now. So she just wanted to contribute. But thank you for
All right, well,
thank you for that.
All right, so that means it is US dollar. Cool.
Every week.
Every week, even if you're not at home.
Oh yeah, she knows. All right.
All right, that's good.
All right. So let's get on to the next thing. I saw this trailer and I was like, yo, this is super cute. And I think this is like something unique for kids that I've never seen before. Now, I don't have children, so there may be 1,000 movies out here or shows just like this, and y'all gonna be in the comment section, you bitch ass nigga. But no, I saw this, and I don't see a lot of kid stuff, so we're gonna watch it, and I'm gonna give it compliments.
All right, let's do it.
And I'm afraid. Afraid of what, you want to know? It's most things, to be candid. Girls in general. Being responsible for my team losing. Giving the wrong answer in class. Richie Panici. Good night, Orion. But all the things I'm afraid of, I'm most afraid of the dark.
Ta-da!
What are you?
Isn't that obvious? The room's dark. It's dark out. Hello, I'm dark. Of all the kids who are terrified, you are by far the loudest, the most obnoxious, and frankly, you're on a whole different level.
You're keeping a list?
Yes, I'm keeping a list. You know how many kids are afraid of me? You come watch my job for one night, and you'll finally see that I'm nothing to be afraid of. Are you in or are you in?
I'm...
Pretty great, right? Orion, I'm gonna get you to overcome your fears if it kills me. And I'm immortal, by the way, so I've got all the time in the world. Allow me to introduce the other night entities.
There's more?
We're fun. You're gonna love us.
You brought the screamer!
The kid who's afraid of everything?
Helping random children boost your fragile self-esteem is not in our job description.
Whoa, that is insightfully harsh.
You really think you can fix everything I'm afraid of in one night?
One night can change everything. Is it me or am I more excited about this than you are? Hold on tight! Orion! Open your eyes!
No way.
Come on! See how much better that is? Kid. Gotcha!
How you doing, kid?
Who is he?
Flight. He's Doc's nemesis.
You gotta be kidding me.
It makes me feel safe, like I'm wrapped in a warm blanket. You know, if you're into that kind of thing.
I thought this was creative. I thought it was cute. And I think this is an easy way when it's such a common problem that I had when I was a kid and still have as an adult. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I think that's so cool and cute.
You run back to the bathroom, from the bathroom, you run to your bedroom because of the darkness behind you.
Well, the blessing is my bathroom is in my bedroom. So as long as I keep my little night light on so I can scoop from one place to the other.
Man, I had one moment growing up where I was afraid of the dark because we had cable. So my mom was watching Tales from the Crypt in the living room. So I saw the intro and I ran. However, my uncle was watching Tales from the Crypt in the other room, and it got to the part where the Crypt Keeper jumped up and scared, almost shit myself. I was like, oh, God, he's following me.
That's what's up. Hey, man, that's the reality of life sometimes, bro. So anyway, we're going to move on now. Let's see. Oh, it's time for our next segment. I'm so happy about that. It is time for, let me see. What is it time for? Do we do the top 10? No, we got to do anime next.
We got to get our anime recommendation.
We also need a format.
That's a fact.
Enemy recommendations!
Never not gonna be fun.
All right, you know what I'm saying? It's your time, sir. Big Mark. Let's go.
Okay, so the reason why I recommended this one is called Hajime no Ippo. For those who do not know about this, there are a bunch of animes out there that are strictly not like the mainstream ones that everybody talks about, such as Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Naruto, the over-the-top action stuff. This one is strictly a really good, easy-to-follow story, and it's a sports anime. It is strictly, as you can see, it's about boxing. came out in like 2000 or 2001, I want to say. So it's like pretty old school, I guess you can say. And the series is about a character by the name of Ep8 Makananochi, who's a basic high school kid who was getting bullied, and one day this dude comes by to help him, who turns out to be a boxer. And of course, he figured, okay, if you're gonna be getting bullied like this, you should try to come by the gym, try to take on some boxing classes, and which he does. Now, it's the kind of like like the Karate Kid in a way. So again, he don't know nothing about boxing, but he just went by anyway. And he's hitting on the heavy bag the first day he goes to the gym, and they see that he throws a good punch on the heavy bag and realize, like, oh shit, he really threw a good hit on here. So even though he don't know nothing about boxing, maybe he might have some potential. If we give him some training, he could be an actual decent boxer. So excuse me. So that's how the series pretty much goes. He starts training in boxing. He takes it serious, and he actually gets some matches, and he actually becomes a pretty damn good fighter. And this is why I recommend this one, because like I said, if you're not into the whole action stuff, if you're into boxing or if you're into sports, I do recommend this one. And it's not that long of a run. It's only about like 73 episodes. And the only sad part is they never finished the anime for this show. So the only downfall is if you do watch it and you like it, you have to try to find the manga and just read the manga to finish it. But I do recommend this one, especially for old school anime fans or just people who don't watch it in general. Add this one to your list. And if you do, you can find it on Crunchyroll.
Word. That's why we can't hear you.
My bad. I said, did anybody want to say anything before we moved on?
No, I do want to say that actually I've never seen this one, so I'm excited for Movie Mike's recommendation. I'm about to actually get on this weekend and try and binge as much as I can, because I do have my Crunchyroll subscription. And shout out to the Dad Panther for joining us also.
Yay!
Welcome.
Y'all know what time it is. It's time for that review.
In my ear, make my troubles disappear.
All right. So the name of this film is Breaking, and this was suggested by the OG reviewer boss himself, Eddie Lingo. So let's get into this trailer, shall we?
Leave right now. The guy in the gray hoodie is robbing the bank.
Who's in charge here?
Well, she is, but we're both.
I'm the manager. Estelle Valerie.
Still, once they leave, you lock the front and back doors, you understand me? You lock them all.
Got the FBI, the GBI, everybody here.
I'm sorry. Okay.
This is Sergeant Bernard. Is everyone all right in there?
As long as everybody stays calm, nobody gets hurt. I have a bomb, and I'm gonna kill myself and everybody in here. My demands, and I'm
Hey there, this is the Windy Hills Wells Fargo.
Yes, ma'am. This is the Wells Fargo.
Yeah, I need to talk to Bridget about my 401k. I think she made a $9,000 mistake.
I'm sorry to hear that, ma'am. Can I take a message for you? Fraud was committed. The VA stole my disability check from me.
I've had some problems with veteran affairs myself. How about you release one of those ladies?
No. I need everybody to see what's happening here. I need the fire trucks. I need the news cameras.
You have my undivided attention.
Standing up.
I don't want the bank's money.
Calling all the people here to see the show. I'm gonna work this out, brother to brother.
I do not have as much time as you think I do.
Snipers are in place.
Coming through.
Get the blinds.
Get the lights! What do I need to do to get the attention that I need right now?
Everything you say, everything you do matters.
You matter. All you got to do now is just make good, Brian. Just make good.
You ever been robbed before?
Once.
How'd it end?
like to say, first of all, I want to thank Eddie for bringing this to the show and forcing us, well, not forcing, having us review this. And I wasn't trying to be funny, but but the thing is that this was something that was on my list to watch for a long time, and I never pressed play. And the reason why I didn't is I am really not a fan of Black films where we are depicted as weak or as unstable or as ghetto and idiotic. That type of stuff turns my stomach and it turns me away. I generally don't like watching stuff like that. But watching this, and I kind of had an idea of the premise of the film, but I really hadn't dug into it. But by me having to do it for the review, I was happy to sit down and watch, and I was nervous. I can tell you, I really had butterflies in my stomach before pressing play. That's my initial impression. Eddie, what was your initial impression when you saw the trailer, or where this movie was brought to your attention?
So initially, I had the same hesitation. I immediately was like, "Oh, this is just a bootleg John Q." They trying to get one for the generation, and I wasn't interested in going in, but. Because of my respect for John Boyega is why I suggested it for the show, because I know that he is a talented actor, and there was something about the script that made him choose it. So, but before going in, I wasn't too excited about it either. I really thought it was just going to be this next generation's version of John Q.
Did anybody have an initial impression just off the trailer, not what they saw in the film, but just the trailer? Was there something unique about watching this that made your stomach turn or got you excited? Anybody? Awesome. So let's move.
I don't watch trailers. I try not to watch trailers. I'm sorry.
I think see movie lingo team in the house. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now let's talk about the highs and lows. And let's start out with Dad Panther. What were your highs and lows on this film?
The highs, the acting. I thought the acting was really good. I thought the pace of everything was, you were able to see that pain that this character had, mental health question, the relationship, and it just doesn't work. Having a kid, there were so many things, but the acting really carried it. The low for me, if I keep it together, the low for me was I thought the same thing as some of you guys thought, John Q type of stuff. And then watching the movie, realizing, oh man, I can completely relate to this because my dad was military in the Army, and watching the effect of him being no longer there, like discharged, and you're expecting that check to provide for your family. It is really the only thing you can do. And that this movie floored me. Just the fact that, like I said, I grew up in a situation for that. And I thought they did a great job of just showing how important that is for a man, or even somebody who's African American, who's you're worried about so many things that kind of make you paranoid, and to kind of have an understanding of why you may be paranoid about it. So I thought that, to me, was the low. But again, that's the director's job and everything to convey a message, and to me, it was relatable.
Okay. Let's get. Oh, damn, Mike, jump in there and give me your highs and lows.
All right. My highs is I enjoyed the film. This is another good film that I never even heard of until y'all said we was going to review it, and I just watched it, so I wanted to see it. And I did like John Boyega's performance, and I kind of want to know more about what other films he's ever done, because I did see Attack on the Block and the films he did for the Star Wars franchise, and now this one. I think that's what was that other movie, the sci-fi joint he did? Was it Pacific Rising or something like that? I forgot. Something Pacific, something like that. But it's like I said, I really do feel like John Boyega is one of those good actors out there that you can see more of his acting chops with this one, where it's a drama and he's really getting deep into that persona of like what happens to, like they say, people who've been in the service who suffer from PTSD from being over there, like overseas, and they see things, they've done things. I do like how they did touch on that, and it's like, because that is a matter that still gets overlooked to this day, because some people just think like, oh, just because if you got a mental issue, they look at you as if you're crazy and like can't nothing be done, or you could just brush off whatever's bothering you, when sometimes it's not even that simple. For even no matter how big or how small it is, it's not just that easy to get over, and you shouldn't just ignore it. But as far as a low, I wouldn't really say I had one. I'm not really saying the movie is perfect, but for me, I won't think there was no low for me to really specifically say.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's lit. All right, Iris, let's go.
Okay, so for me, one of the biggest highs is being able to see Michael K. Williams. I do feel like he was an actor that we
Rest in
lost
peace.
early in life. Yeah. And I'd have to say one of my favorite parts in the movie with him was him telling the man, don't you ever interrupt me while I am on the phone, sir. That I like that. Like, he was letting him know, like, don't you disrespect me, but I'm still going to give you the respect because you are my superior. I liked that little part right there with him. And I'd have to say toward the very end, hopefully this is not a spoiler, sorry guys, where you see the little girl get to talk to her dad, even if it is in her mind, that actually gave me a little tear. I did cry at that part. My lows, I don't know about anyone else, but I feel in the beginning it was a bit slow moving. I was kind of like, okay, can we get to the point of what this movie is gonna be about? Because I did not see any of the trailers. I didn't want to ruin it for myself, so I didn't see any of the trailer. So I just felt like it was just a bit slow moving in the very beginning. And of course, how things ended with him is another low for me. It really, really, it hurt me. Like, because the way, he betrayed his character, you really sympathize with him. And it broke my heart just seeing how it all ended, And in the end, it technically was for nothing because the VA money still is.
Don't spoil that.
Damn. Yeah, they should call it spoiler with Iris. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Isaac, let's rock and roll, man.
Well, I'm gonna keep mine pretty quick since Eddie and Iris kind of already covered most of what I was gonna say. It does give a big John Q vibes on what if you put John Q in a military background persona about what would it be about then. I really did enjoy seeing Michael K. Williams once again, like after his passing. The last time I saw him before this movie was in Lovecraft Country. So getting to watch this movie, I've seen this particular type of standoff before for different reasons, but I actually just got to sit down. I didn't watch the trailer either. I just went off just a recommendation and watching it. It was just pretty much just evenly paced. Like the slight humor that it did have, it was like it wasn't trying to like be funny, but it's like it's funny that this situation happened because while this is all happening, they're still open to everyone else around the world. So it's like, of course, that came in, and I appreciated that a little bit. Where some places will just try to add humor and try to kill the tone altogether. They didn't do that with this one. And I was just taking it in, just like trying to not try to draw too many parallels between it and John Q, which is easy to do for this film. But it was enjoyable to watch for me, at least. The pacing of it stayed the same, and they did try to tug at your heartstrings a bit more with people in Redacted. I can't say any more without spoiling it.
Word. All right, Eddie, come on now, drop it on off.
All right, so for me, the I have to bite off everybody else. Seeing Michael K. Williams was definitely a high for me. John Boyega's acting was definitely a high for me, and his character, you wanted to support him, but he actually made me feel a little uneasy when sometimes when he would go kind of left with his logic and his outbursts, so he kind of made me uncomfortable. But he was very frustrated, and so that was a high for me. Also a high for me was the realism with Michael K. Williams' character, as far as you have a title, but in the state of Georgia with all these racist fucking white people, you ain't shit. They just still do whatever the fuck they want, okay? And that was at the same time that was a high that they represent that in the film, but it was also a low for me because it was kind of heartbreaking to watch him. He's supposed to be the negotiator and he's supposed to have all this authorization, but the news is doing whatever the hell they want. His superiors doing whatever the hell they want, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. So that was a high that they actually represented accurately, but it was also a low to watch it to be like, yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is. And then also, of course, it's a true story, so you can't really have a low on this. It is what it is, and that's the way the story ended. And I didn't know that when I recommended it. I just thought that it was this next generation version of John Q. And then when it ended and they showed in the credits the real dude, I was like, oh man. So now I don't really have a other than that, I don't really have a low for it because it's just unfortunate. That's just the way the shit broke down.
Word. Okay. I'm pretty much gonna have to. I hate the fact that y'all have really reviewed this thing dry. Like there's really not much to say that y'all have. You know, I concur that the acting is phenomenal. I think the only thing that wasn't really said is this wasn't a big budget film, but it had big budget impact. You know what I mean? I feel like the acting and the writing was done really well. The storytelling was done well. I don't feel like it would. I feel like there were certain areas that could have been tightened up. They could have told certain things a little bit better, but I like the way the story was told. I like that it was frantic energy. That you know, the more hurry up and wait, and there's so many different elements in here that sucks you in, and you have to experience this anxiety and fear as the characters are experiencing it. And even like certain things that are said over and over again, you know, people could perceive this film in a lot of different ways. Some people could take this and say, man, this is a weak film, man. They overdid this or they overdid that. But it's like, nah, certain things were done perfectly. These are human beings reacting as human beings. And like, if you are ever in high tension situations, human beings really kind of do wild shit. So like, I loved everything about this, the ending, the middle, the beginning. I think this was very well done. Even how I didn't have a full understanding of certain elements until it unfolded later on. I thought that was good. You know, because it helped me draw a conclusion about this character too prematurely. And then I've had to like reel it back in and kind of do a reassessing, even down to them throwing you off with these different outbursts. There are certain outburst moments that happen. They'll have you drawing certain conclusions, but then you end up like, you know, it's just stuff to kind of keep the film interesting and keep you off your toes. Because yeah, you could easily kind of like try to surmise what the story is about and try to guess the ending. But the most important element when you're watching an art piece like this is that it's not about you guessing the ending. It's about you taking this emotional journey with the characters and letting the weight of what's happening wash over you. And at the end of the film, you having to take this person and put them into your heart and then take it into the world so that you can treat others better. So you can kind of like, I feel like the whole purpose of that film is, yo, we need to treat our soldiers better. Hey, we should be doing better behind this, that, and the third. Awareness. Even down, there's a very big element that you find out at the end of the film because you assume certain things about the main character in the beginning, and you have this notion about what he's demanding and how and it gets flipped on his heels so well. So everybody is like, the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah,
I thought it was brilliant.
The dollar amount.
Yeah, see, I'm not saying nothing. See,
let's not say anymore. Let's let them watch it.
I ain't gonna say nothing, but
I'm not gonna say nothing else.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Because it's not even about that. It's just about that. It was that like that moment. It makes you. It flips your whole. I don't give a fuck how you felt.
Yeah,
it flips your whole perspective just that quick. And from that point on, you are completely suckered. that you are completely humbled, because there's all of us, we were in our arrogance. Some of us might have been fighting with him out of arrogance. Some of us might have had that subtle under the surface about, man, the fuck, man, you got to go about it like this. Why you don't do it? But like, man, like that's, to me, that was a sign of greatness. So anyway, let's get into the reality of this thing. You know, let's wrap this thing up so we can move on to some other greatness. It's review time. You know what I'm saying? Since it's all of us in here, you know, we go from classic to slap you just that fast. But I'm gonna give everybody an opportunity to drop their personal one. Mike, are we going? Where we at in this joint? Where you rating this?
I'm gonna throw it as another good watch.
Okay, I'm with you. I'll watch you. All right, Dad Panther, where you at with it?
Catch on streaming. That's how I called it. Catch on streaming.
All right. Let's go, my guy. Goddamn Isaac.
Catch on streaming.
My G. All right, Iris, where you at with it?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Catch on streaming.
Oh, that's
Which one of y'all had a droid in the background?
Right, you heard that? Like some BB2 in the background.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Yo, damn.
Plug me in. Like,
they came here after Jay.
That maybe.
All right, so movie lingo. I'm actually gonna have to give it a classic. It's not often that a true story normally resonates me. I normally still be pissed even though it's true, because I'm like, why the fuck did it end that way? You know, Heist 88. But anyway, so this one
he had that on ready.
This one, I like the fact that it made the awareness, and then the way it ended, and they still the way they still handled it. For me, I need everybody to know this story. So for me, it's a classic. I'm gonna recommend to everybody that comes across my, and I'm gonna make sure it gets watched.
Okay, definitely. I'm gonna go with good watch. I'm gonna go right between the rest of the team and you, Eddie, so that way everybody can feel loved. There you go. So with that being said, I definitely would recommend this to friends. I would definitely rewatch this. If I wanted to make my family cry, like older aunts and stuff like that, that's into like the pro-black movement, that's definitely the throw in. If I want to get people fired up to take on the system, this is definitely one of those. If we want to be mad at white people, definitely one of those. You know what I mean? It falls in a bunch of different categories we can easily kind of throw out there. So at this point, let's move on to the next thing I'm so excited about. Our top 10 for the day.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's the 10 crack commandments. Wow.
I mean, it ain't crack, but it's something.
Crack, but it's something.
It ain't crack, but
It's kept on reviews.
So today, as I was putting the rundown together and scheming about how we was put this show, I was like, yo, we need a top 10. And I was like, you know what? Perfect thing. If Thanksgiving about to come up, that means we're going to be getting fat, eating leftover turkey on the couch. You know what I'm saying? Mac and cheese by the buckets. You're going to be like, I need to watch something while I'm at home on the couch with the recliner lean back, a beer in my hand and a cigar in another hand.
And
so
if you're lucky, you got 4 days off. You got, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and the weekend. So this list is for those people that can binge and hit it hard.
Right, because none of us can afford nothing on Black Friday. We broke as hell. Except for the parents, they got kids. Y'all ain't got no choice.
Also, Black Friday is overly hyped. It'll get better sales after that, especially Cyber Monday's proving that. So you got 4 days to hype up before you get on your computer and crash that.
So what you saying is I
Very
shouldn't
true.
fight somebody in Walmart for a television. Is that what you saying?
No, and being an electronics repair guy, they only sell the shitty ones on Black Friday. So it would be worthless. You would only have that until the next Black Friday.
Man, you only hear that here on the Real Review. So make sure you don't get your TV on Black Friday. And if you do have a TV and it breaks, send it to my man right here.
No, because they're going to bring me them TCLs. If someone broke the screen, you better off buying a new one. Not even store insurance will cover it. That says it. Let's get to the list.
All right.
Right. So I'm going
having PTSD over television here, my guy.
Right. Magic Mike, you got to kick this off, man. What's your TV show recommendation?
I'm gonna throw an adult animated comedy, Big Mouth.
Okay, I like that.
That was on my list.
Oh man! All right, Dad Panther, where we at with it? Your
I'm
TV
sorry.
show, a television show recommendation, new show, old show, 1950s, 2023, just a TV show recommendation.
I could chill and watch Living Single all day.
There you go.
The OG Friends, the
Okay,
first Friends
what
ticket,
Dad
yeah.
Panther, what platform can you watch that on now?
Oh
I
man,
think
they move
Hulu.
around. It might be Hulu.
Is it?
I'm gonna
It's
find
on
out.
Let me
Hulu
double
and
check.
HBO Max.
I forgot
HBO Max.
that we needed to know where they could find it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's on Hulu and Max and Amazon if you have HBO.
I live in. Everybody knows. You can.
I'm gonna look up I'll look up the streaming platforms that y'all say the show for, so we can have that.
Oh, yep. All right, Ike, man, like, what's up, man? What we doing? What's your TV show session?
Well, let's see. I'm gonna start with something new for right now. I'm gonna suggest the Fall of the House of Usher, and that's on Netflix. Like I'm telling you, Edgar Allan Poe don't miss in this. I'm just saying this is gonna be something y'all can enjoy. You definitely can. It's on its first season, so you'll have time to catch up on it. I think it's like 10 or 11 episodes right now.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Hour long.
Hour long. Of course, hour long.
Yeah. I hate that 30-minute crap. I mean,
No, this is hour long.
Yeah, I got a couple of 30s that are lit, but most of my jokes is hour
But
long.
yeah, them 30s, they be cutting it like this could have been an hour.
Yeah, facts. All right, Iris, your TV show recommendation on the couch, bucket of chicken, leftovers, greens and string beans. What are we watching?
Okay, so this one is for my ladies. I'm gonna say Working Moms.
Oh, that's a good show. That's a good show.
First season that
That
one.
is a good show.
And you can find Working Moms on Netflix.
Yes, you can.
You can find Working Moms on OnlyFans. I'm sorry. So anyway,
Whoa,
whoa,
I think. You can find Just One Supplier on trial this holiday season. No, sir. Don't disappear the face and then keep the audio.
Bring it back.
Bring it back, sir. Accept it, sir.
Instead of her doing collard greens, she's doing something else. Okay.
Well, if you eating a bucket of chicken and green beans on the couch, you're not watching your cholesterol. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Shout out to Courtney. She said, Martin.
That was
hard pass.
Word.
You go, girl. Shoot.
Yeah.
That was on the list.
Word.
My baby love me. My baby love me.
All right. Movie lingo.
All right. So my first recommendation, binge this over the 4-day weekend if you can. Your Honor. It's got 2 seasons. It's on Showtime. If you got Paramount Plus with the bundle, you can watch it there.
Oh man.
Check that out.
All right. I am gonna throw my suggestion in. Technically this would be number 7 because with Courtney's, I'm gonna add her and she a part of the show now. So like hers is number 7, hers is number 6, mine is number 7. The show is called Rake.
Yeah.
It's actually from Australia. It's about an Australian lawyer. It's a comedy. It's an hour long. It's a comedy drama kind of
It's
thing.
like a dark comedy.
Yeah, it's funny as hell. He
They gave up on it too fast.
Yeah, no, they didn't. It was
They
6
did give
seasons.
up.
It was
6.
like 6. Yeah, it was
Oh,
like
shit,
6
I got shit to catch up with then. Goddamn.
Your face is like 6.
It's like 6
I saw
seasons.
2 seasons.
Oh
All right, my bad.
no, it's mad more seasons. Yo, I'm so jealous of you. Oh my god. Bro, you are class, bro. Enjoy it.
I need to
Where
get
can
up
you
on
watch
it.
it? Where can you watch this at?
All right, so right now it's not on any streaming services for the public.
Damn.
So you gotta have to buy it. It used to be when I first saw it, it was on Netflix. So
What's it called?
It's called
Rake. When I first saw it was on Hulu when it was coming on week to week. And they got
It is
got
on. Wow, this is ridiculous. The only place to get it would be on Sling or YouTube, or if you buy it, really, to be honest. But you can buy it on YouTube, Google Play, and Amazon Prime.
They got 6 seasons. I'm gonna buy that. That's worth it. Even if they suck at 6 whole seasons.
They have 5 seasons.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, my bad. So what I can tell you is it's worth every freaking penny.
Word.
If you buy, I swear on my grandmother's grave, every season is a classic.
His grandma's still down the street, y'all. She not dead.
He just used that. Just
swear on a foreshadowing.
All willy nilly. All right, so let's say who got a really ill one? Got a super classic they want to throw out here.
I got a curveball to throw out there.
Throw the curveball.
The curveball, since you brought up an Australian hit, I'm gonna bring up a British hit that got 5 seasons called Misfits, and you can watch that on Amazon, Freevee, and Pluto. It's pretty much about these 5 kids, juvenile delinquents, who end up getting powers. However, they're not going around being superheroes; they're on probation, so they living their whole lives in the power.
Like, it's amazing when you get to it. Hold that.
Try to call me. Definitely, it's 5 seasons. It's a British adventure comedy type scenario, but it's definitely wild. I would say give it a chance. I say a couple of people in there went on to be on Game of Thrones as well, so you might recognize some of the faces in these characters. Especially season 2 is where it really picks up, but it's 5 seasons total.
Okay, Dad Panther. What's your second one?
Hey, I'm gonna go with the Cosby Show.
Ooh,
I'm gonna go with the Cosby Show. You play it, separate the art from the artist.
Hey, I don't care what nobody's.
Well, okay.
Where can this be streamed? Network.
Still lit.
Where can this be streamed?
Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime.
There you go. Amazon Prime. There you go.
Amazon Prime has it. All right, Mike. What's your second one?
I'm gonna throw in an old one. It's one of my personal favorite shows. In the House.
Ooh. All right. Do you know what platform people can watch it on?
Oh, my bad. Max.
Okay. Irresistible Bites with Iris. What's your second show recommendation? Give us a bite.
Yeah, Bridgerton.
Oh,
he said steamy page turner.
Oh my God. You drink your tea with your pinky out. We get it.
That's not tea. That's cognac.
You see Bridgerton, my nigga, you ain't seen that shit. All right. Yo, Lingo, what's your second suggestion?
All right, so don't hate on me, JS1, but I'm gonna have to go with Special Ops Lioness on Paramount Plus.
Oh my gosh, that was on my list. Pew.
That's a great fucking show.
All right,
I need more of it. I need a video game.
Ooh, that's a fact. They definitely do multiple seasons. So I'm gonna throw. What am I gonna throw out there for my second one? I got 22 of these joints. I'm gonna throw this joint that I loved it. I didn't expect to love it. Rap shit. You know what I'm saying? Season 2 is about to come out. Season 1 is already out. It's an unexpected great joint. Done by the genius, beautiful Issa Rae. One thing I will tell you, she uses the same everybody with the exception of actors and actresses. So it looks and it still has a feeling and a look of Insecure.
Word.
They've got some unique elements they put in there, but like the way they shoot it, the B-roll, like, you know what I'm saying? It has the energy and the vibe of Insecure, but it's a completely different story, and it's very unique. I've never seen nothing like this in television before. Like, it's definitely a unique story. So shout out to them for that. So with that being said, Eddie and I have put up some crazy lists because we don't know how to stop. We was like, yo, this is crazy. We got to. So Eddie, do you want to go first or should I go first?
You should go first.
All right. So I've already put suggestions out here. Where's Courtney at? She said, if I can throw in another one, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. What the hell? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You be a gangster. You do that damn thing. You do that. That's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? What am I doing?
Dynamite.
That's how you do it. You show these niggas how it's done. All right. So we already said rap shit. That's my. Then we got Lioness. Ooh.
Word.
we got Jack Reacher. You know what I'm saying? We got Mayor of Kingstown.
Yes.
All right. We got Greenleaf.
Word.
Spectacular show. My mom suggested me watch it. She was like, "Oh, it's a show about church." I said, "Who give a fuck about no goddamn church? I don't want to watch that shit. Fuck out of here with that." But then I watched it. I watched the episode with my mom while I was doing laundry over our house. Because why not? Because you know,
And that's how you get. That's how you get drawn in, folding them fucking clothes in front of the TV.
And then you start sitting down doing the clothes. So what happened next?
See Mike laughing. He know. Mike know.
He know what it
Yep.
is, bro.
The days of my life.
That's exactly how it is. You act like
She
you don't
made-
care, but then you just still sitting there like, let me watch this and see what the hell going on. Even though
Great lit. Lost in Space. Classic show that I really feel like people don't give. I feel like this came and went, and people did not give its credit for like the visuals. You know what I'm saying? The story writing, the acting, they did such a phenomenal job with that show. No, it doesn't mirror the old show from the 60s. No, it's not the same exact characters. They took their own liberties with it, but that's what you want when you want. I don't want an exact retelling of something that came out, you know, a million years ago. I want something new and I want something fresh. And they gave me that. And it was artful, suspenseful, scary as hell, fully engaging. So like my super suggestion for that.
So I noticed you put season 3 through 5.
Oh no,
Did you not like the first season?
I was about to say, like, I don't like it.
all of the seasons.
Yeah, he definitely cut between. Like, nah, y'all can forget this.
I quit it on the first season.
No, I saw it on the first season. No, I'm saying when I first saw the first trailer for the season 1, I was like, "Oh, I'm on this," and I watched all of it. It's just that I was downloading the picture, uploaded. That's what it was already.
Oh, okay,
so you got this is a Netflix show called Frontier with Jason Momoa. This was slept on. Great. Like, this show made me love Jason Momoa. That was the first time I saw him as a real actor. All the rest of that stuff, I've seen him play characters as far as like being a caricature, but this, like, he was acting in this joint, and I loved it.
It wasn't about being sexy on that one.
No, definitely. My Dad, the Bounty Hunter.
So good. So good.
Oh, yes, that is so
great
good.
animation, great storyline.
Yeah,
I don't know
man.
why people aren't talking about this one, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, man, like they just did the second season. Both seasons are phenomenal. I did not expect. I kind of went into this being like, "Yo, it's black people. Let me see what it's about." I didn't have high hopes, but like, it's one of them joints where I'm gonna just watch the first episode, and then you see the first episode. Oh my god! I gotta see what happens next. Next thing you know, you 5 episodes in. You know what I'm saying? And it don't
You
take
ain't
long.
got no kids. You just watching it.
Yeah.
That's how crazy it is. I'm a grown 40-some-year-old man watching.
Good storyline.
So that was lit. Ballers, classic. I literally just rewatched this entire series a week ago, and I'm like, bro, this was not given the respect that it deserved. This is great storytelling. This is great characters. This is great fun. 30-minute intervals. You get in, you get out. You get to see the potential greatness of, David Washington or whatever the nigga name is.
Right.
You see the potential of greatness in this guy that you don't know who the hell he is. You just think he's a new actor and he's coming out of nowhere, but he nails the crap out of this. And the character development, this movie is the first and only time I've ever, in my opinion, seen what's his name, The Rock, be an actor. He's forced to act. He's had enough time to immerse himself into a character, to become that character, to bring nuance to that character, even though it took him a long time. It took him 2 seasons to fully get into it. But by the time he gives, at the end of the whole series, that last episode, whoo,
You felt that shit, didn't you?
Yo, that shit was crazy, bro. All right, we got Rick, which we talked about. We got Hannah, which we haven't talked about Hannah.
Nope.
If you saw the movie was fire. The TV show takes
the TV series even better. The TV series even better.
Oh my God, they take it and they make it so much deeper, man. Jack Ryan. Excuse me.
Jack Ryan.
Hannah is on Amazon, as you saw. Jack
Word.
Ryan is on Amazon. Go ahead. You were about to say something.
No, I'm taking it off my list because you keep knocking the shit that's on my fucking list. But go ahead.
I'm gonna give you guys another Amazon original. It's called Goliath. This show was a TV show. I walked in on my dad.
Definitely good show.
This is my dad and my mom. He's sitting there watching this show. I'm like, what the hell is this? This crazy. And he's like, no, it's good. You should sit and watch. I make a plate of food. I'm doing some laundry. I'm sitting on the couch. Next thing I know, 6 hours go by. I done blown through 6 hour-long episodes with my dad going, yo, I got to, and then go home and watch another 6 episodes. I blow through an entire season, hour-long episodes in one night. It's and every season is completely different from the last. It's almost like he's like a human level superhero. And then every season has this super boss, but it's not that. He's just a lawyer. It's a real life kind of vibe. There's no fantasy or anything like that. But if you watch the show, you'll get what I'm saying. It's so slept on. This is so crazy slept on. All right, let me see what somebody said. All right. Okay. No, I didn't say Reacher yet. I'm getting to it. The Sandman on Netflix. Slept on. Great show. Phenomenal.
Definitely slept on. But it was hyped up for its debut when it came out. But then after that, it was like we didn't hear much about it, good or bad. So I think other shows came out afterwards.
This was really an adult show. This is not for kids, even though it's based on comics. I think this is based on a DC comic. The DC comic is very deep.
It's like DC.
Yeah, but like the way they don't downplay, they don't make it silly. They don't make it goofy. Like when we were having a conversation about DC leaving CW and doing higher quality television, that's what I'm talking about. Like this is the prime example of great production with great storytelling combined with great acting. And it's like, yo, that whole season, you're trying to kind of, I mean, they built such a world and there's such great acting there. Like trying to wrap your mind around these great things. Okay, I'm not going to go too deep in it. Just watch it. It's, you know what I'm saying? Only Murders in the Building.
Gotta take it off the list, you motherfucker.
Murders in the Building. Oh my God. Steve Martin and whatchamacallit?
Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen.
No, Steve Martin and Martin Short, sorry.
There you go. Short. Hulu show. They making fun of podcasts, you know, they're making fun of Murder Mystery Podcast by doing
good, thank God.
Real murder mystery show. And I think a lot of people shied away from it because they thought it was going to be dumb and goofy.
Right.
It is goofy, but it's good goofy.
It's good goofy, if there's such a thing.
Yeah, it's
Steve Martin has been the undisputed king of good goofy.
Yeah, man, and it's scary in certain moments, and it's tension.
But realistically, Martin Short carries that show.
Martin Short is like a legend. I still think about him in other movies. Yeah,
facts, and it's definitely. I swear to God, this is something that you grab your girlfriend. Y'all are chilling out. Y'all don't want nothing too serious. You don't want nothing too light. You want something y'all can laugh with each other, and then get your thing on afterwards. My super suggestion, and they got. I think season 3 coming ASAP. All right, I'm wrapping it up. Citadel.
Woo.
Slept on.
Yo,
Amazon Prime.
Get off my list, yo.
My bad.
I like how y'all both made a list and then Eddie's just like vowing vengeance against you. Like another one on my list. Why am I even here?
Netflix, Upshaws.
I actually did watch that.
They got four.
That actually is enjoyable.
Like I just walked in on that one. I thought it was like a movie. I was like, wait a minute, is this a sit? I'm like, okay. And then just kept watching it. They put the right 2 people as the stars of the show.
30 minutes, sitcom, in and out, fun. It's got they address some serious issues. They address great issues in marriage. They address great issues in the Black community. But they're still silly. It's lightweight. I tell you, like there are nights when I want that deep, serious stuff, but there are a lot of nights when I just need something light that I can laugh at and not take too seriously, and then I can drift off to sleep. That's one of those. Netflix. We got The Inside Job. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is not for kids. Cartoon.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
There's
not.
very few cartoons on Netflix that are for kids. We could just go with that now.
Super
Right.
fire. I haven't seen it. I promise you, you are gonna laugh your ass off. And it's one of those things you have to watch multiple times because there's stuff in the background. There's so many zinger statements that are made. There's so much stuff that you'll miss that you're not, you know what I mean? So you'll enjoy it. Big Mouth. Classic. I've never had a show that made me feel uncomfortable about my childhood as a grown man. I'm watching that, remembering my childhood and how nasty a motherfucker I was, and being like, damn, yo, I was a horny little bastard. Like, you know what I'm saying? As much as this is not for kids, I honestly feel like this should be something kids should watch.
Kids can relate.
Yeah.
Kids are watching this.
I'm quite sure they are. Great, phenomenal writing, great acting, great cartoon, great style, the way they created the characters and built the world. Love it. Not into anime at all, but Cowboy Bebop did it for me. You know what I'm saying? That live action version. I think this was fun. Something I got into. I had a great time with it. If y'all don't like me for it because it's not good, because it doesn't meet y'all anime bullshit, I don't give a fuck. Okay.
No, you good.
I don't give a fuck about y'all shit. I enjoyed the show. I had a good time. Go ahead. What was you about to
Why
say?
you go after Mike specifically?
Right.
I can take shots.
Our resident expert. You said if you don't like it, Mike, kiss my ass, Mike.
Hey,
All right,
Denzel.
created for those who didn't care for the anime.
Like I say, if you like it, then hey, that's on you. I'm not going to knock you for it.
Agreed.
There we go. All right. It's basically made for those who didn't care for the anime. Let's leave it at that.
Right. That's basically that's literally how it is.
Netflix series. This is more if you are into like Madam Secretary and politics and stuff like that, then you'll love this. It's hour-long episodes. It's 10 episodes in it. It's about a husband and wife. The wife is a bureaucrat, essentially somebody who works in the government to actually get shit done. Her husband was an ambassador. He got fired. She kind of replaces this nigga, but she don't like being in the front. She likes doing stuff in the back because she can get shit. She really wants to help people. The husband likes the pomp and the circumstance and the politics. So like they work together perfectly because they are polar opposites, but they are ripping each other apart because they're polar opposites. And then you have you push these two characters into a very real world with real world issues and problems and maniacs and psychos with guns and bombs. Well, there you go. Welcome to The Diplomat. Watch it, enjoy it, and tell me how much you liked it afterwards. And ladies and gentlemen, that is my list. Thank you.
It seemed like your list cheated off Eddie Lingo's list the way he was crossing stuff off.
Right.
Like my list and this list and that's
I might want to
this
save
too.
my list for next week's episode. Goddamn.
Nah, fuck that. Hey, run your list, Eddie. Run your list.
All right. So I don't
It's
have the
probably
imagery
three
that
left.
JS1 had because he went ahead and prepped and didn't let us know we could do the same goddamn thing. But one show I definitely want to put up, even though some of these are more popular, but I still feel like our people are not watching them. They're missing out. So number one will be Succession. It's got 4 seasons. It's on HBO Max.
They just had a huge. The reason why I didn't put them on the list is that they just had a huge finale that the whole world went crazy over.
Right.
There was so many discussions and podcasts and all this other shit about Succession. I was just like, I want to keep it underground. But shout out to you for doing that, and also Billions. Go ahead.
And that was number 2 on the list.
Oh, my bad.
Billions. So we got Billions in Succession. Listen, these shows talk about millions and millions of dollars like we talk about $20. You know what I'm saying? And one thing, if you're somebody that's chasing a dream, it's motivating. You get so invested in that shit. You want to be on that level. And so I definitely suggest Succession is on Max. Billions you can watch on Showtime or on Paramount Plus if you got the Showtime bundle. These shows will definitely like inspire you to want to get on level, and it's well written and great acting. You know what I'm saying? The stories of self, whether you, even if you're not ambitious to that level, there's still really good stories. So you definitely want to watch it. Kiefer Sutherland had an original Paramount Plus show called Rabbit Hole. So Kiefer Sutherland is the guy that manipulates the reality of things for corporate espionage to manipulate the stock market and make everybody else rich that hired him. But somebody ends up having more pull than him that basically does the same shit to him and has him accused of murder, and then the story just goes crazy from there.
Man, 24 just continues for him, doesn't it?
Yeah. Basically, but it's well written, it's good, and it's called The Rabbit Hole, and it's on Paramount Plus. So it's an original. I definitely suggest you guys go watch that. I'm going back to Amazon now. We talked about Goliath already, but I got 2 Amazon shows that I think you guys should be a part of, and that's Sneaky Pete.
That was good. Sneaky Pete.
Sneaky Pete has 4 seasons.
You never knew what was going on Sneaky Pete.
Sneaky Pete had 4 seasons. This guy basically took the identity of somebody that he met in prison. He put himself, because the family hadn't seen him in years because he was always in trouble, always in prison. He went and took over that role and put himself in the family to get to basically hit a lick. I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys need to watch it. The way it unfolds, everybody that gets pulled in, all the kind of crazy scams and hustles and schemes.
Yep.
And I love a good heist movie, unlike Heist 88.
I saw it. I was going to do it if you didn't do it.
Oh my God. We're gonna need a side extra on what Heist 88 did to movie lingo.
You gotta go back 4 or 5 episodes,
Yeah,
y'all.
I like Heist 88. All right, so I'm gonna just give y'all a couple more. I'm not gonna hold you long, but even though a lot of people know about this one, I still feel like it needs to be mentioned. Is The Lincoln Lawyer on Netflix? We had an original movie with Matthew McConaughey, but now Netflix made an original series. It's got 2 seasons, and they're already looking to do a 3rd. This show is a great watch. I feel like it's very witty and it's smart the way it's written, and every time you think you know where it's going, it throws a curveball at you, and that's always what you want when you're watching these shows. You don't want to know what's happening ahead of time and call it and be like, "Yeah, I knew it," and then be bored. The Lincoln Lawyer gives you enough twists and enough shockers where it's definitely worth the watch. So that's got 2 seasons on Netflix right now. And then also I will give you guys the Class of 09 on Hulu. It's 1 season in. Have you guys heard of that one?
Class of 09.
So I just blessed you. You're welcome. Okay. Class of 09 on Hulu. Look at everybody writing this shit down. I love it.
I'm looking at you.
Right. So basically,
I'm
looking it up myself.
This one deals with the FBI in the future and how it decides to let AI help them. It kind of does like Tom Cruise movie, where they were
Minority Report.
Crimes. Minority Report. It's on that level, but not to that degree. They're not using psychics. They're just letting AI kind of determine what's a crime and what's not. And at first, it actually really helps prevent a lot of shit. But of course, the AI grows to a point where they kind of got to separate themselves from it. So, there it is, Class of 09 on Hulu. It's definitely a great watch.
Oh,
1 season in.
that's on my watch list because I remember doesn't it take place in like 3 different time frames?
Right, so they jump back and forth in time. So you definitely, it's something you gotta watch on when you're ready to pay full attention. If you're cleaning the house or washing dishes or sucking dick, whatever while it's playing, it's not good for you. Okay, all right. So anyway, you need to definitely be paying attention when you watch this show because it jumps through from the past, present, and future multiple times, and it's a lot to keep up with. Okay, and lastly, I'm gonna throw a retro one out there, and that's called The Travelers. It's got 3 seasons and it's on Netflix, and that's one of the best time traveling TV series I've ever come across. Basically, people in the future are taking over your body at the moment that you're supposed to die.
Yeah, this was good. Yeah. That first episode.
At the moment you're supposed to die, they take over your memories and your likeness, so they can continue to execute what they need for their future.
Yeah, that was good. Did they let that finish out, or did it get closure?
It did. Actually, they didn't let it finish out, but I'm hoping if everybody starts watching this shit come back, it's on Netflix. That's where you can find that one.
So we're buying DC. We're bringing Travelers back.
I'm still hoping it comes back because that was a phenomenal show. That was one of the best time travel.
I mean, if they brought back Clone Wars after like 7 or 8 years, I could see that happening.
All right. Does anybody else have a list that they want to drop?
I got 2 shows on top of my head. For All Mankind on Apple Plus.
Ooh.
It's basically, if you're into space or sci-fi, it's what if America wasn't the first to land on the moon. You'll have that conversation, and similar to Forrest Gump and movies like that, they change history using AI and stuff. So they'll do an interview with John F. Kennedy or Nixon that never happened.
Right.
They kind of give you technology that's not there. Like, you know how you sit there and say, oh man, we made it to the moon. How come we don't have this? Well, they have that conversation of, if we had technology to get to the moon, then we should have advanced further and faster. So you got a new season that's actually about to pick up now, and it's on Apple Plus. And the other one, I don't think anybody mentioned, Abbott Elementary. That's another show you can binge watch. Great job, real topics on there, humorous, great cast. That, you know, right now they're gonna do a break on that next season, but I mean, Abbott Elementary is hilarious.
Funny show.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. It's time for us to move on. We got to get this show done up on this joint. Let me see where we at. Oh, it's time for them goddamn trailers.
You've been carjacked, right? Don't turn around. This won't take long.
Wait, who are you?
Someone who prefers not getting involved.
You refer to the special investigators as your team, your soldiers.
You too buff not to get involved.
Do not mess with the special investigators!
And now they're all in trouble.
They were tortured. They dumped them from a helicopter. And they're coming after us. Good.
Damn, Reacher. When we were kids, we just wrote our names in it.
Why'd you gotta hit him so hard? I don't hit soft.
I mean,
What are our directors?
We prepare. We investigate. We put bad guys in jail.
What's he think he's gonna do?
It's like the good old days. Yeah.
Excuse
You on the
me?
sidelines while I do all the work. He's the boss, and bosses give orders. But they took one at us and
T1000 in this
brought me
motherfucker.
Right? Oh.
They're getting desperate.
Guy's got good instincts. Guy's got good everything.
I knew
I'm
they
sold.
Surveillance photos don't do you justice.
Looks like you had a rough night.
Had worse. Need a new jacket.
What's wrong with the one you just bought?
It has blood on it.
Word.
Yeah, sold.
Season was great from the first episode on. I love the direction they went.
The iconic book character turned movie character turned television character, Jack Reacher, was originally taken to the screen by none other than Tom Cruise, which got the entire fan base of Jack Reacher going literally out of their minds. Tom Cruise was not buffed enough. Tom Cruise is not
Tall enough.
Was not tall enough. All of these things. So,
But he still made it work for the movie, at least.
Yes, they did. So once they translated it into, actually no, because both of them didn't do the numbers that they were supposed to do. But
Yeah,
anyway,
I was about to say
the translation into the television show, the man that is cast to be Jack Reacher, the audience that are fans of the Jack Reacher books are cheering and in love with this guy. He has the physicality, he's got the temperament, and he's got the height. So with that being said, the first season, one of the reasons why I love this series is because I had kind of lost hope for basic story, like old school action, because action has now been turned into these big CGI gadget, big gun,
Cut
just
fest.
throw it all in the screen, blood.
88 cuts to get to the car.
Right. This they really went into. This is like a murder mystery / sleuth film / action / old school. You know what I'm saying? Action joint with great storytelling and great acting. The whole first season is phenomenal. And I'm gonna shut up now because Eddie, I know Eddie wants to say something.
No, you said everything I wanted to say. That when Tom Cruise hit the screen the first time, people gave it a shot. It made a decent amount of money, which is why they made a second one. But everybody who was a true fan was definitely disappointed. So this series definitely embodies what Jack Reacher is supposed to be, and how he is definitely impactful without wanting to be in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? And I love the first season. I'm so excited about second season. And no disrespect to those who are out there on the picket line, but I'm glad they shot this before the strike so we can get it on December 15th.
Right. Anybody else want to throw anything out there before we moved on?
I'm very excited. I can't wait.
I'm gonna have to binge watch season 1 again and then go to season 2.
Okay. I see somebody is excited about seeing that big guy's chest again. All right.
That's in the contract. That's in the contract every season.
That's a fact.
Yes.
Can I get you a drink, Gabby?
Agent Gladwell,
Am I in trouble?
you and your friends are looking at identity fraud, money laundering, and transportation of stolen property. But I'm here.
Where's the clock?
Deal. We need you to steal something.
This minute.
Okay, guys, listen up. Our next score is going to be our biggest yet. Nice. $500 million in gold is on its way to a terrorist cell.
And the gold needs to disappear.
What's your plan? We got to steal it mid-flight, 40,000 feet in the air.
We're taking the plane, the whole plane?
It's kind of hard to take half a plane.
Let's rock and roll this.
It's impossible.
It just hasn't been done before. If we don't do this, we go to jail.
Plus, it's about saving lives. Come on. No, I don't appreciate the emotional blackmail.
This is not emotional blackmail. It's blackmail. Just treat it like any other lift. We need to blend in. Too much? Are you going for Gandalf the Grey? Find a weakness. Yes! You think you can fly?
I guess we find out tomorrow.
Go!
No. If it was in a movie, it would go like, hey, let's steal a plane. And then you put your hand in and people would be like, God.
Oh my God.
All right then. Let's show them what true artistry looks like. Is everybody in position?
You're good to go.
Showtime.
Didn't work.
Showtime. Come on.
You're gonna shoot us down.
Let's rock and roll this. Time to go.
We gotta get to the gun. Hey.
Back and load it. Back and load it. Back and load it. Back and load it. I take what's mine. What's mine? The world is mine.
I'm glad you said that.
Oh my God.
I hope when it put Heist up there, I was like, he's living in shadow. He's living in shadow. There's two people upset. Heist 88 people and Vin Diesel.
Oh my God.
Vin Diesel like, he doing it.
I've never seen Heist 88 and now I don't wanna.
Yeah, don't do it, brother. Don't do it.
You'll never get that time back.
Oh man. Shout out to Miss Knight. Yeah, that was crazy what you said. I'm not gonna say anything because of my co-host. I respect my guy too much to, allow that to come across the screen again, after the first time. You know what I'm saying? But I am befuddled because they like, oh, you got to get this $500 million. So let's spend $500 million to steal $500 million. Like
break even.
The math ain't math.
Well, gold appreciates more than actual currency.
Getting into the wrong hands, no matter what they need to spend to get it. I don't think it's about the money that they're stealing. I think it's about stopping them from funding terrorism. That's what I took from the
Right.
trailer.
So, like, when you build a fighter jet the size of a 747, that's an insane, expenditure. I was like, everything else, I kind of was like, all right, this is some bullshit. I mean, like, we're gonna see. I'm gonna watch it. I've watched almost everything Kevin Hart, except for when he tries to be serious, because why the fuck would I watch that? So, like, so I'll see this. I'll see what we can do with it. The only thing that true story, I kind of was about to finish.
I was just saying, True Story was decent, man.
I heard after the first episode, I never went back. So anyway, shout out to him. So hopefully this deal ends soon. So with that being said, let's go to something for my anime people, so that I really want y'all love. I want you to love me. So I did this for y'all. Pantheon season 1.
The true breakthrough will come not when we create an artificial intelligence that can think, but one that can feel.
I think Logarithms faked my dad's death and is holding him hostage.
Logarithms? The microchip company?
I heard they're testing a program to upload human brains.
Damn.
Why expand machine intelligence when we've got the best operating system right here?
This is dangerous tech. You don't want to play with it. Hi, kiddo.
Dad.
I want to show you something.
No, that ain't your dad.
How can we be human without a body?
Time moves different for us.
Now you can say holy shit.
Holy shit.
Right now, we are the only uploads. But soon there will be others. A future where we are not alone.
This is bigger than your dad or you or me. You don't understand about who these people are, what they're capable of.
I and the others like me cannot be trusted with this power.
There's going to be war, and you have to choose what side you're on.
We were human. We are gods now.
Pantheon. Age of Ultron.
I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. Amazon wants that #1 spot.
Right.
They have endless income and resources to secure that spot, and they are well on their way. Amazon, I mean, Netflix has got, they still #1 as far as I'm concerned. I don't give a fuck. They can talk about Max and all that. Yeah, y'all cute. Go sit down somewhere. Netflix is killing it, but yo, Amazon is hitting them in a whole different way, man, and I just love it. So shout out to them for that. What are y'all opinions?
So I definitely think that Amazon is they come in with stuff that's they can definitely say they're giving us something different. I feel like Netflix and all the other platforms are trying to go with trends, and Amazon is not scared to say, "Hey, we got something that's a little bit different," and they definitely they deliver when they give it to us.
Mm-hmm. That is a fact. That is a fact. Anybody else?
I thought the animation was good. I like the storyline. It kind of went 0 to 100 there. I thought it was gonna kind of ease into it, but they, switch it up, and they was like going against gods for the most part. But I mean, it's the same streaming service that gave you Invincible, so you're gonna give me at least first look. So
that's what I'm saying. All right, this is the one everybody's been waiting for: Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire.
I'm telling you, it's going to be another hot one out there. In fact, there are heat alerts in effect for New Jersey, feeling like 100 degrees.
What is that?
first time in New York history, people froze to death in the middle of July.
What is it?
The death chill. The power to kill by fear itself. Your veins turn to rivers of ice. Your bones crack. And the last thing you see is your own tear ducts freezing up.
Like, literally scared to death? So cool.
Well, take my money.
Right.
The Ghostbusters franchise for the last 30 years has been plagued with infighting, rewrites, failures in production. I mean, any number of things. The Ghostbusters Afterlife film was probably the first time there was a breath of fresh air that people saw a potential positive step forward. And even out of that positive moment came some of the original Ghostbuster members having issues because they didn't want another Ghostbusters film. They wanted it to die, especially with the death of one of the integral first members passing away. Egon, right. There was a beef between the guy that plays Egon and our everybody loves him. Bill Murray. Yeah, but Bill Murray. And Bill Murray was supposed to be a part of Afterlife and fucking ghosted them niggas. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, I was surprised to even see him in this trailer because I'm like, wait a minute, nigga, like, you've been the hardest person against Ghostbuster development for a long time. Well,
he was in Afterlife for a minute.
Yeah, he was in that.
At the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, he showed up at the end.
Eventually, money wins when it comes to Bill Murray.
Yeah, facts. So at the end of the day, I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm a little, I'm one of them people that I want to see all of the original members. I really don't care about these little kids and whatever these goofball new niggas they want to throw in there.
Word.
But I'm gonna go watch it because I'm a Ghostbusters fan. Like, why wouldn't I? Am I gonna buy it? Fuck no. Nope. All right. Anybody else want to throw something out there?
Nope.
I hope they say word.
Nah, I feel like it's gonna be another movie after this one because that seems like what they're building up towards.
They're getting that money.
They're getting it.
New generation.
That's what's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It has been 2 hours strong, 2 hours and 3 minutes. It has been a phenomenal show.
And one of those hours was just lists.
They're still putting a list together somewhere.
There's a list about the list that we need to list.
He's not wrong.
And I'm not mad. I love lists. So, you know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so, make sure you follow each and every one of these wonderful individuals. They all got and they so cute. All of them got their Instagrams, they little taglines. So go ahead and follow them. Don't follow me. Follow them and show them some love. Tell them how much you love the show. Tell a neighbor, tell a friend, hit that share button, hit that comment button. Tell us how much you love things. And also, if you have a couple of fazules, go ahead and sign up for that Patreon. And instead of me replaying the ending, the intro, I am going to play the trailer for Black Nerd Theater. So next Friday, not this Friday, next
Friday,
we're going to be right together, 8 p.m. sharp with a fifth of some liquor and some food. And we are going to watch Family. You know what I'm saying? The greatest family film of all time. You know what I'm saying? Fast X comes to the back screen as we hit the back line. Yeah, I know, because I can't wait. I can't wait to see. I'm gonna watch his I'm gonna watch his face the whole movie.
Yep, me too.
To see the happiness and then the disgust, and then the happiness, then the disgust, and then
I've made so many jokes about the Fast and Furious franchise.
For real. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're gonna get to see Isaac connect with his light-skinned brethren, and like, yo, it's
I see everybody editing their headline. You know what I'm saying? Let me go on and get my.
I got that from watching
Me
Jay.
same, right? I'm trying to keep what I got if they doing it.
I was like, let me click around and let me try to advertise some free advertising. Like, all right, Jay. So
look at me now.
Yeah, notice how I'm not advertising. I'm just a pod piper. That's all I am.
All right, so on you.
I'm just giving names. I'm just letting people know. So, all right, anybody want to put some shout outs out there? Anybody want to say something funny?
Let me start. I want to shout out first of all the Movie Lingo team for joining Real Reviews. You know what I'm saying? The Dad Panther. Irresistible Bites with Iris is actually a show that's going to be coming soon, so you guys look out for that. We have not forgotten about that. So Irresistible Bites with Iris, we're glad you joined us for the reviews, but we also can get your show going. And I want to shout out anybody who was definitely just support us, join us. I got a message earlier today from Jamar Sharp, one of my homeboys here, said that JS1 was funny and the Dad Panther was funny, and we need to keep doing what we're doing because we put stuff out here that's different from everybody else. So shout out to him. And I'm
thank you. I appreciate y'all. Dad Panther or Iris, did y'all want to say anything before we got up out of here?
Ladies first.
Oh, okay. Well, I am. It's late, you guys. It's past my bedtime. I'm just happy to be here, guys. To be honest with you, it's been a long time since I've done many movie reviews. It's my second time. Being able to be back on screen and be a part of this show. So I'm just really happy to be here. So that's my shout out.
My G.
Gang.
All right. Potty Panther, let's go.
I just want to say thank you to everybody watching, whether you're new or old, various programs that we have here on the channel. But as crazy as the world is right now, I'm glad that, the time that you chose to spend it with us. So continue to spend it with us. So I just say I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. Yo, I thought he was about to get on a preacher moment. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you was here with us. And as we pass this plate around, we would like to dig deep down in your pants.
Subscribe to Patreon. Subscribe. Pass that Patreon around. Bless us with that $5. Hold your hand to the screen. Put a $5 in that hand and press it to the screen.
I really thought he was doing something. He be like right there.
I get to the
with both hands. Do it with both hands. $10 to the screen.
Oh my God.
Callers are waiting, standing by.
That's a fact.
Oh my God. There's an ATM outside of VVC Studios.
That's a fact. Hey, Isaac, you got shout outs?
Shout out to Movie Mike. Shout out to everybody on this show. Shout out for us just doing it. Shout out to Jay having a list on top of list on top of list, and then not telling Eddie that he was going to make a list with graphics, which I think was now Eddie's going to have graphics for everything from here on out. He's going to I'm going to show this man
everything.
It was like the 5 heartbreaks all over again.
Shout out to all 6 of us making it work and making it work. And this is awesome.
That's what's up, Mike. Any shout outs?
Shout out to my honey who tuned in and gave her opinion on the TV shows, and to all y'all, because I love coming on here every Thursday to just hang out with y'all and just having a good time and having a laugh.
You saved that. You waited on you. Jay ain't gonna let nobody outshine Jay. You see that? He didn't give Lingo the opportunity to get his production up, and he held that shit to the last minute. Last another. Another. Pimping since been pimping.
Lingo gonna start having new merch next week. Watch.
Right? Bringing up towels, t-shirts.
Oh shit. Oh man, we're gonna check y'all next week. Don't forget Black Nerd Podcast is this Sunday. We are doing the review for the Marvels at 12 noon Sunday.
12 noon Sunday. 12 noon Sunday.
Oh snap, we got a cat.
Yeah, and then so just make sure if y'all want to tap in. And,
I thought that was a joke. I missed. I'm like, cat.
It could have been a Marvel joke. It could have been a Marvel joke. But anyway.
Right. And I think we're also going to review. Are we going to do The Killer? Is that's what it's
let's do The Killing and the Marvels on Sunday at 12.
All right, so make sure y'all tap in 12 noon and then 6 p.m. on Sunday, the Black Nerd Podcast. We love y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night.
Hey, drop that Black Watch Theater trailer.
Punch it!
You know, we'd already be there if Roman wasn't driving Ford Knox on wheels.
You see me shining, baby. We're locked inside.
It's a trap.
That's a bomb.
All right, dorks, what are we blowing up?
What? The Vatican? Wow, you guys are going to hell.
No! Get out of there!
The great Dom Toretto. If you never would have gotten behind that wheel, I'd never be the man I am today. And now, I am the man who's going to break your family. Piece by piece.
The devil's coming.
Boom.
Tommy, I knew you would come for me. So how about we all just start shooting each other? Time to end this.
Let's dig some graves.
You are not to be trusted.